Guys, and welcome to episode 15 on What If Civilization Started Over. Last episode, South America became uncolonized. So now South America looks like this. There's a lot of countries. A lot more than I thought I would add. And so I think we should get rid of some. Some of the weaklings that we'll probably never see ever again. Starting with this team, declaring war on this anybody one. Just because, how is this one going to survive? It's just a forest, so it's gone. And of course, last episode, these two had a rivalry because this one, a lot of the countries broke away. That's the wrong color. I'm sometimes so good at finding colors. Like what just happened, some break away. And so, these two decide to declare war on each other. Neither of them declared the war. They just sat down and said, hey, you want a war? Yeah, I'm fine with a war. And they were both just like, okay, how are we going to start this war? Who's starting this war? They're like, we both started the war. And so the war happens. And this team immediately comes in. Goes, both of these are breakaways of this team. And this one's partly of the red team. So neither of these teams even like this. So the red team decides that they are going to help this team win, and this one is going to help this one win, so that their breakaway does not exist any longer. And of course, this one feeding this one is so it works perfectly, because the red team is the strongest country. And so, it kind of just takes away a lot of its land, and it's almost gone. And that is when it officially surrenders. And then, but right before they surrender, that's the wrong color, it's the same color. This country decides to get some of it and cuts it off from the coast. Very important thing. And then right after that, this country says, hey, I should have gotten this land. And he just immediately destroys this country. This country's gone. Doesn't exist anymore. And this country's kind of can't function, so it just doesn't exist anymore. And now we have a massive team in South America. And the yellow team is not happy, and the red team is happy. And this is going to have some rivalries. And you see, both of them are in the Mediterranean Sea. So when yellow team is past going over to Egypt, and red team is going over to the pink team or the purple team over there, the red team is not allowed to go through this gap right here because it's completely controlled by the yellow team. And so the red team straight up says, well, you can't go in the Black Sea or the Caspian Sea or the Gray Sea, which partly is controlled by the blue team, and the blue team is friends with both of them. So blue team's in a bad spot. This team's in a bad spot. The pink team is kind of friends with both of them, but it's kind of not friends with both of them. We don't care about the pink team. And so, the Mediterranean Sea is heating up. And, this could possibly cause World War III, or it might be saved civilized. But right now, the red team they also don't have any coast to the Persian Gulf. Egypt took all that. So basically, they can't make any trades with, with any teams not in the Mediterranean Sea or that borders them. So they can't make trades with this purple team. They can't make trades with this black team unless these ones are letting them. They can't really make trades with this team because they kind of need, unless this one is willing to let them through. But they've had a rivalry. Well, this is the old color, the green team that was over here once that got destroyed. So, this is possibly could start World War III. But the thing is, they were both on the same side. So, anything can happen in this. And so, another war strikes in South America. And that is a lot of these countries trying to get them out of here. And so, this purple team declares war first. And I do get a little bit of land. Then this teal team right here declares war. They get a little bit of land. And once this happened, the green team's like, okay, I need to get this land before anybody else can. And so they take a pretty good majority of land. And this team, they had a 3-front wall. Well, 2-front wall, technically. It's about to be 1-front wall, technically. In about 10 seconds, when I get the color correct. Because this one declares war, which means it's just a massive front line of 4 countries just pushing at them. And so, of course, like you would expect, this country will fall. And let's show who gets what. That country will get that much. Wrong color. This one will get this much. This one right here will basically get no more, but they'll still get this much. And then the blue team will get this much. And then once that happened, the purple team's like, well, no one's taking this land? Nice, I'll take it. And so the purple team takes the rest of this land. So I need to color code that. And so, of course, this war is over and this country is gone after all the ravage things is done. And so let's fill this in and show you how it looks. And so this is how the treaty looks like. And so, you know, there was a lot more countries here when they first got independent. And now there was only 6. Which is a lot less than how it was. And so now let's go to probably the biggest war of this episode. This country declares war on this country. I'm kidding. The Indian country, after losing their power, is going to try to make a fight, try to get some land back. And so they'll, of course, look up north. There's a lot of small countries, but they don't want their small countries. They want this purple country. Now, the thing about the purple country is it's a lot weaker than this one before World War II. Now it's more of an even fight. And you know who's supporting them? These 2. But India doesn't know about that. So India will just take its time, then declare war on the purple team, instantly get some gains because they still have the technology over them, even though they don't really have the manpower anymore. And this red team will immediately say, hey, India, what you doing? And will immediately cut them and take away their border with the blue team, the purple team. Wrong color? I have to figure out what color this is, okay? But they do give the purple team their land back. So that, but they don't have a border anymore. So the India team just blitzes through and takes a bit of land. And this is when the blue team gets involved. Blue team goes crazy. And this happens. Yep. India is weakened. And so this purple team that's been here actually gets a bit of land out of this war. Because they want it to be a bit bigger. And so hopefully it will lose. And so Egypt in this war decides, can I get some land in this peace treaty? So they allow them to get just a little bit of coastline back. And then the red team is like, well, if he's getting land, then I want land. And so red team gets that amount of land. Which means India is kind of weakened by a long shot. And they could easily die. They're just like a lion. You could cut them in half pretty easily.